I also want to raise another important topic that I think that needs to be addressed, and that's the issue of human trafficking. Tragically, human trafficking is not limited to a few isolated border cities or towns. In my home state of Alabama, in particular North Alabama, parts of my district have seen nearly a 200% increase in the number of unaccompanied migrant children placed with sponsors over the last few years. Unfortunately, I've learned that across the country, only a small percentage of these placements involved an objective, professional home study in advance to determine whether or not the placement is safe for the minor. The shocking truth is that many of these unaccompanied children are the victims of trafficking, whether through their initial smuggling into the country or through placement with corrupt sponsors after their arrival date due to the lack of proper due diligence from the Department of Health and Human Services. This subcommittee has been made aware of several instances of these minors being placed illegally in dangerous jobs such as cleaning floors in meatpacking facilities and working in unsanitary and dangerous conditions in factories and on farms. Mr. Secretary, it is your department that has the responsibility of making sure these children are not exploited, that they're not enslaved or placed and that they are placed in safe care until they can be heard by a judge. I understand from recent news reports that the Department of Health and Human Services rushes through background checks and other procedures that are designed to vet sponsors in order to move children quickly out of shelters and off your department's rolls. It is reported that your agency has lost contact with a third of all unaccompanied minors with a month after placing them with the sponsors. And I'll be asking some questions about this morning, and I'll go into further detail. But we have an unprecedented national security crisis at our border as well. Americans deserve a secure border, and these children deserve to be protected from exploitation and from trafficking. And I fear that young people in already vulnerable situations are being deceived into coming to our country illegally with the promise of job security, and only to find themselves abused and enslaved within these borders. This is indefensible, and your department must do a better job.